is Govs Radio.
Govs Radio.
And you are watching Govs Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent. Hi, I'm Danny Bonaducci, and you are watching Govs Radio.
Okay. Okay, we'll just do that for now. Okay. Okay, we'll just do that for now.
This is Ruth Buzzy, and I'd like you to know how much I love the Knockem Dead radio show coming to you live on govsradio.com. Oh, you make me laugh. You really do. Oh, please. I can't do this anymore.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony and Sallie on the Knockem Dead radio show. They're gonna keep knocking them dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie. Hey, how do you say?
Hey, Tony, you're not funny, and you probably shit yourself a lot, and you're no fun to be with, and you don't make that much money, and you're not going anywhere in show business, and I hope you get hit by a bus, and...
3-2 to Mookie Wilson. Little roller up along first, behind the bag, it gets through Buckner, here comes Knight and the Mets win it!
Hello, Tony. Mookie Wilson here, 1986 Mets. How you doing? Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, that Knockem Dead Comedy Radio, man. I miss you. I wish I was still up there, man. But I'll wait till it warms up a little bit, and hopefully this year things will be a little bit better, man. But when we're talking about comedy, hey, the early years of Mets was a lot to laugh about. You had to make a lot of comedy off those guys. Hey, hope to see you guys during the summer, and hopefully get back on the show, man, at some point in time during the course of the year, all right? All right? Yeah, fine. Contact me, man. All right, Tony. Talk to you later.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Monday to you. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show, coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club. Today is Monday. It's what, April
5th. April 5th.
April 5th.
I think.
The legendary Governor's Comedy Club, the reopened Governor's Comedy Club, and we'll get right into this. Look who's sitting next to me.
Love it.
Oh, I didn't know he was here.
Oh, hey, Ken.
Ken,
How are you?
Ken the ad man is here. Hello,
Hey.
Ken.
Good morning.
Hold on just a second, Ken.
Sure.
Look, there he is. There he is. He's that's on a delay, so it.
Oh, I see.
But it is. But you are on. You're right there.
Yay.
See now, there you are. Look,
What's up?
Kevin Downey Jr. is here. We're very excited. There's going to be a lot of laughs with this gentleman. I can tell you that right now. But before we do that, we're just going to do. There he is. Hello, Ken.
Hello, Tony,
How
Sallie,
was-
and Kevin.
How was your weekend? Your Easter?
It was very good, thank you. And yours?
Very good, thanks. Now you had all the whole gang, or you only had some of them?
No, we didn't have the out-of-state gang. We just had our youngest home from school.
The ones that didn't go out of state, the good-for-nothings, lazy bums that are still mooching off you.
And going to college.
All right, you want to do some ads for us, and we'll get moving.
Let's do it.
Cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is brought to you by Roslyn Social, a social experience in dining. Roslyn Social is the area's premier location for elevated pub food, craft cocktails, and local beers. Roslyn Social is open for socially distanced dining, takeout, curbside pickup, delivery, and on your favorite food service apps. Even their famous cocktails and desserts are available to go as well. You can follow them on Facebook at Roslyn Social. They are located in the heart of Roslyn Village at 1363 Old Northern Boulevard. That's 1363 Old Northern Boulevard in Roslyn. Give Roslyn Social a call and say hi to Nick at 516-801-4963. That's 516-801-4963. Thank you from Roslyn Social. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body, a family-owned and operated collision shop located in New Hyde Park, Long Island. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. Two Eagles Auto Body handles foreign and domestic automobiles and motorcycles using such techniques as state-of-the-art paint spray booths and computer color matching. In the event of an accident, Two Eagles Auto Body has their own tow trucks and will walk you through the process from start to finish. From tow through the insurance process to the return of your vehicle, Two Eagles Auto Body is with you. Two Eagles Auto Body is constantly striving for perfection, with your satisfaction being their number one priority. Two Eagles Auto Body is located in New Hyde Park, Long Island at 1818 Falmouth Avenue. That's 1818 Falmouth Avenue in New Hyde Park. Give Two Eagles Auto Body a call and please ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. That's 516-328-2527. Also follow them on Facebook at Two Eagles Auto Body. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Gina Conjemi Coffin, licensed real estate agent with Signature Premier Properties. That's Gina Conjemi Coffin, licensed real estate agent with Signature Premier Properties. 631-495-7696. That's 631-495-7696. When you work with Gina, you tap into the collective experience of the best, most experienced realtors on Long Island. Contact Gina today to discuss how Signature Premier Properties and Gina can help you market and sell your property successfully or find your perfect home. More information about Gina's listings can be found at signaturepremier.com. That's signaturepremier.com. List your house with Gina, and she will work so hard for you and sell your house so fast that it will make your
Head spin.
It will make your head spin. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Bella Vista Pizza. Bella Vista Pizza, for the best pizza in the whole wide world. Check out Bella Vista Pizza, where they offer thin crust, thin whole wheat, deep dish, and gluten-free pies. Also, pasta and baked dishes, calzones and rolls, heroes, entrees, salads, sides, and appetizers. You can follow them on Facebook at Bella Vista Pizza and Pasta. That's Bella Vista Pizza and Pasta on Facebook, and on Instagram at Bella Vista Pizza LI. That's at Bella Vista Pizza LI on Instagram. Bella Vista Pizza is located at 154 Minetto Hill Road in Plainview. That's 154 Minetto Hill Road in Plainview. 516-433-4464. That's 516-433-4464. Mention Knockem Dead Comedy to receive a free garlic knot. BellaVistaPizza.com. Bambinos, check them out today. And of course, the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is brought to you by Knockem Dead Comedy, the premier murder mystery dinner theater company that provides interactive murder mystery dinner theater, game shows, variety shows, and more. You plan the party, they'll plan the murder. Knockem Dead Comedy is the #1 murder mystery dinner theater company from Pennsylvania to Maine and everywhere in between. You may select between the Hillbilly Hoedown, a redneck wedding, the Family, the Fun, and the Felony, the High School Reunion, and the Whacked Family Reunion, a lethal luau. Knockem Dead Comedy will provide a fun-filled evening full of audience interaction, including including music and dancing, games and prizes, and tons of laughter. Knockem Dead comedy shows can be seen at restaurants, catering halls, even your home. Their shows are perfect for corporate events, team building events, wedding rehearsal dinners, holiday parties, fundraisers, sweet 16s, and bar mitzvahs. You can follow them on Facebook at Knockem Dead Comedy and on Instagram at Knockem Dead Comedy. That's at Knockem Dead Comedy on Instagram. For upcoming show dates, check out knockemdeadcomedy.com/show dates. That's at knockemdeadcomedy.com/show dates. Kevin, Sallie, Tony, that's the ads.
Thank you, Dr. Edman, Dr. Ken Pichelle. Super job as always. Nice job.
Thank you. It's Monday. It's time for me to leave. I will probably be in the comments.
All right. Yeah, because there'd be some major sanitizing for you. So, but you'll be back tomorrow, and it's Tuesday trivia tomorrow, so you'll be hanging out with us.
It is Tuesday trivia tomorrow, and
Very nice.
Yes.
And get ready. I'm warning you now. Comedian Christy Miller will be zooming in with us tomorrow for Tuesday trivia. So I'm just telling you now because she's got a mouth on her, that one.
Okay.
Very good. You've been warned. We'll see you tomorrow, Dr. Ken Pichelle Adman.
Thanks, y'all. Bye.
See ya. All right. Very nice. Ken Pichelle. Look at this. Look at this. I'm very excited. I think this is the first time he's actually on our show, right? I think it is.
I think so.
Oh yeah, for this morning show. Yeah, but he stopped by for
all the time, and for the
at
other shows in the
nighttime
studio.
when you're working.
And I think it's a natural progression of things. Radio City Music Hall with America's Got Talent, and then this show.
Exactly. They said if you do well here, Kev, Knockem Dead is waiting.
We're sorry right away. How are you? We saw you the other night. You were part of the opening for Governors.
Comeback. Yeah, it was great. Loads of fun.
Yeah.
It was great sold out crowd. Well,
two.
You did
shows.
two. Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd it go?
Great.
Had you been working throughout the year and it was no big deal? Because I think some people haven't really done anything.
No, I mean I've had spots here and there, but I've had to travel for them a long way.
Yeah.
The farther away from New York you get, the less panic there is about the COVID.
Right.
It all depends if like red states or blue states. Indiana is a red state and Indianapolis is a blue city. So they were open, but at 25%. So that's a long way to go for crap money.
Yeah, it is. Well, even Governors, I mean, they're held to what 33%, and they're not making a lot of money, but they're just happy to be open.
Right. I think it might be 75 now for all of New York State except for the city. I don't know.
Oh.
But I'm sure everyone's made the joke by now. The worse trouble Cuomo gets into, the more like they're going to give away free beer at live events because of him.
I bet.
Yeah.
Free beer, I did not diddle that woman.
Well, he's trying to make a lot of friends by legalizing the weed.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. Maybe they'll forget that I did that to the women. I'll get them high so I can touch them. So how did that work the other night? It's 5 headliners. Were you guys fighting to see who will go on last, who gets paid the most?
No one wanted. Actually, Joey went last, and everyone wanted that because it's a hard lineup. Who do you want to follow?
Right. Oh, true.
And so they just, the owners just said, you guys figure it out. We're not part of this.
You went by age then. So Joey went last because he's the oldest.
No, we just sort of, who wants to go? I'll go next.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And then I got here Saturday and they just said, all right, you're going second to last.
Oh, okay.
Like, okay.
Nice.
I don't know who decided, but I was like, okay, I don't care.
But speaking of Joey.
All right, check it out. I got a picture of him.
Yeah, so we got a picture from the other night, which throw it up there, Sallie, because again on the delay, so it'll take us a second to see it on the screen. But it's we have a lot of questions about this picture, and hopefully it comes up quickly on the.
So we got Joey Cola. We have.
Yeah, it was a nice group shot of all you guys from the other night.
Say who's in it first.
So Mick Thomas is in it. Chris Roach, Kevin, of course, Joey. Who else? Vinny and Chris. Oh, there it is. So now you can see it, yes?
Yes.
So what exactly is going on there? Because, Joey's bent over and your hands are kind of...
I didn't even notice that. It kind of looks like I'm checking the prostate there.
Yeah, Joey. I looked at the picture this morning, and the first thing I said was, "What? Wow, Joey bent over really quick over there."
Yeah.
That's the most movement I've seen out of him in a long time.
Didn't take much for him to get in that position.
You know what? It's just someone. I think Andrew's taking the picture. Just said, "Hey, we can't get you all in. Someone move, but you bend over. You do this. You do that." And now there I am. I'm letting him have it there.
That's just another typical Friday night, then,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah.
Oh, hello, Carrie Ann. Nice to meet you as well.
Oh, nice.
Comments.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even notice it. I saw the picture. I didn't even notice I was diddling Joey Cole.
That says a lot about your size.
Yeah.
That nobody even notices.
No one notices.
Hello.
I didn't notice.
Hello, Joe. Hello, Nicholas. Yeah, we do this. Hello, Jeff Bosey. Jeff Bosey, did you perform the other night with Carla and Mike and Tim? Was Bosey part of that?
I don't know.
Carla, Mike, and Tim, they performed this weekend as well on Long Island out east. Hello, John and Rick, and everybody else is checking us out. Suzanne is here. Jane.
Back to the I had one question though. Like Joey,
Sure.
you said Joey Cola went last.
Yeah.
I was kind of under the impression that he would open a new property and go first. Was it just he had to be a part of the night, or
Oh,
it
that's a
didn't
good
matter?
question.
Because I
Yeah.
always thought he was first out there because that's his thing. He opened each of the different governor properties, and even when we opened up the patio, he was the kind of like a luck thing to be the first one, although it didn't end up being lucky because we got closed down.
Right.
Thanks a lot, Joey.
You just need Joey here. All
But,
is good, and life is just better when Joey's around.
Yeah, and who wants to follow him? He has to
No,
go last.
true.
We would have mutinied.
Yeah.
We said, "Nah, you got to go last." And if he said, "Oh, I want to host," fine, okay. But no one. I had to follow him once up in Albany. It was horrible. It was one of these things where he had to go first because he had another show at another venue.
Right.
It was at a fire hall. I said, all right, so Joey's going to go up. He's going to do a tight 30.
Yeah.
30 minutes of Joey Cola is like an hour of anyone else. He just crams it into 30.
He talks so fast and it's so smooth.
Yeah,
And such
and
high
kills,
energy.
and just kills.
Every time.
Yeah.
And then they're like, all right, now let's hear it for Kevin Downey Jr. They're still clapping for Joey Cola. They're like, who?
Right. They didn't even hear anything because they're still clapping.
And it's just, that was a rough show. That was
Yeah.
the longest 45 minutes.
Yeah, I
I've
mean,
had
and
in
I don't
show
want to
business.
make it a Joey Cola show because I definitely want to know what's going on with you, and we're so happy you're here. But I remember one time it was in the middle of the day here at Governor's, and we they were doing an event, and half the audience were hearing impaired. Did you remember this? I don't know if you
Yeah, I've done a ton of these.
Yeah, and so it really half the crowd would laugh right away, and the other half of the crowd would clap the way they clap, and there would be there were interpreters on the stage, and we were interviewing the comics as they were coming off, and they were a little thrown. It was they were thrown by it, and
Well, right, because by the time the interpreter was getting through the punchline, the comedian was already on to another joke, so they had to kind of wait for that delayed response.
yeah, and I peeked my head in, and I caught a couple of the comics, and then I caught Joey went on, and he was so smooth. It didn't faze him a bit, and he ended up using this interpreter lady as no, come here, and she was helping him with his his activity, and it's like he had done it every single time. It was the craziest thing.
That's I love those nights.
Yeah.
Because I just play off of the interpreter. I make the interpreter say things as though the interpreter is saying it.
That's great.
And then I'll just say, hey, how do I say crabs? And she'll be like... So then I'll just do my act, and then out of nowhere I'll just...
Crabs.
And now the deaf people are laughing with the other people.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's in the same... There's no delay.
Yeah, that's
I love when
great.
that happens. I love making them say stupid things and whatnot. That's a gift, that when you can have that. And I've
Yeah.
only had that probably 5 or 6 times. Once in Appleton, Wisconsin, and probably 4 times on Long Island. Oh, I look forward to those nights.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's a bonus.
That's awesome.
That's great. And performing here, is it, because they got the plexiglass, they're doing all the safety precautions. Is everybody doing that? And is it weird to perform with that?
No one else is doing it, and it's
Oh,
very
really?
weird. Yeah. Nowhere else in the country have I been that they have plexiglass.
Oh, wow.
They should have left these clubs open longer.
Yeah.
And, if you think if there's one club Cuomo should have left open, what would it be called?
Right.
But no one's doing it, and it is weird because it's like, oh, kids in cages is bad, but we can do this.
Right.
But it's just funny. It's never going to happen again. So play with it.
Right.
So I was standing there inside this glass tube or plexiglass tube, and a waitress walked up. I just went, "Hello, Clarice." Like, how do you not? It's low hanging fruit. You got to swing at that.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's just another opportunity to make jokes, and we're never going to have this again. Once
Right.
those are gone,
That's
all
it.
those jokes are gone. So get them out now.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever it is, like there are people. Oh, I can't perform in that. I can't.
Right. That's what I'm hearing a lot of.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are staying away from like COVID jokes, but I'm like, well, if you're not going to do them now, you're like, when are you going to do them? You know, like that's what we're all living with right now.
Exactly. There's no reason to avoid COVID jokes. It's out there. I mean, you're surrounded by this thing.
It's affecting every little thing that we do. How do you not make that's like, sorry, but frankly, that's your job, is to make really sucky things better for us, you know?
I had a club owner say, whatever you do, don't mention COVID. I said, I have to mention it first off because it's all that's been in the news for a year.
Right.
There's
nothing else.
You have to get that out. I did a show here once, and the MC came out in the tank and just started talking. I was like, how do you not mention it?
Right.
You have to.
In the tank.
You have to mention it. Yeah, make a fish joke.
Right.
I've got a hamster thing I do. You have to.
Yeah.
You know what I do? I forgot to do it Saturday. I've done it every other night, and there haven't been that many shows. I'll just go, hey, are we sick of COVID yet? And I'll lick the microphone. Go, yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm so scared. And then it's over, and then you're on with it.
Right.
And it gets a big laugh, and like the club owner Andy's like, okay, I guess you can do that. I've been doing this, I don't know, it's either 32 or 33 years. I lost a year somewhere. But I kind of know now, like, what I'm going to get away with. And what I'm not going to get away with. And on different nights, you read the crowd, you're going to go, oh, I'm not going to do that one tonight.
But do you find it important to do some topical stuff like COVID? Because most of your jokes, at least we've seen you several times, most of your jokes, doesn't have, I mean, they could have been used 20 years ago and they're still funny now.
Some of them are. Most are even older.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. They call it evergreen. You can just do it at any time, anywhere.
Right. But do you feel it's important to throw in some current stuff, or
no, not at all?
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
Unless there's something going on that is just so important, like there's
COVID.
plexiglass around us,
right.
Yeah.
Or everyone hasn't gone. Like the club just opened; it's been closed for over a year.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got to mention that,
right?
And then when it's over, then you don't want to be the guy doing COVID jokes 3 years from now when I was like, hey, that was...
Yeah,
right.
But it's like now or never,
Yeah, so just say them, get them out of the way. Mm-hmm. Some people are like, oh, you can't because everyone knows someone that's died of COVID. They don't want to hear. Like, I know a million people that have had it. I don't know anyone that died from it. And I haven't had anyone yet say, that joke isn't funny. My grandma had COVID. You bastard. I'm going to whoop your ass.
Yeah.
I have not had that.
Right.
I've had nothing but positive responses because, it's like we're all in this together. Make the joke, move on.
Right.
No fear. No fear of COVID jokes.
So, all right, let's go back then. Talk about this lost year. What happened there? Drugs? Like you just don't remember if it's 32 or 33 years?
You know what? I lost track. There was this like vodka cocaine era.
For how long?
For the past 33 years.
Not even that long. This is very brief, but it's just enough to swallow a year. So I always thought I was at 32. My brother goes, no, 33, because you started in 89. I said, no, I think I started in 90. No. But I don't know. I'm like, that grandmother that has so many grandkids. Like, how many do you have? She's like,
17. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like my grandmother.
I count the twins as one.
At one point, my grandmother used to say to me, she used to go,
Yeah, right.
Cabot, here's what I need you to do. Mix grandma a drink. But, yeah, I don't know.
That's funny.
Someone, a friend of mine, Chris Monty, came up to me and said, hey, remember that show we did in Scranton where I was in it? I'm like, no. No, but did we have fun? Yeah, okay, good. As long as we had fun. I mean, I remember the gig. I just don't remember that particular.
Right.
Some places I've been for 20 years. There are gigs that have been around that long. And you're like, hey, remember that time? Like, no, I have no recollection. Oh, yeah, because you said, I said, oh, that's funny. I said that. Let me write that down.
Yeah.
I forgot about that one.
Well, we just watched a stand-up. You were doing a thing on staying away from alcohol. Are you still doing that, or it's like?
Oh no, I did that for Dry Bar.
So it was
Yes,
like,
the dry bar thing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
had to. They said you can't do jokes about being drunk. I said, okay. I said, can I do a joke about how... Well, what happened was I did something called Pure Flix, which is like Netflix for Christians.
oh, okay.
And I do that joke. I woke up hungover to the sound of my neighbor mowing. And he goes,
Yeah.
you can't be drunk on a Christian show. And a Christian comic goes, here's what you do. You say, here's where I don't drink anymore.
Yeah. Oh,
And then
that's
do the
smart.
joke.
Yeah.
So I did that on
Okay.
Dry Bar because you're not supposed to. And I was tanked on Dry Bar. I'm not gonna lie. I was like,
Yeah.
Dry Bar, fuck you. Who are you? I'm the drinking man's comic. You really want me on? Okay, I want it.
So
Right.
did you have to like bring alcohol? Did you get drunk ahead of time? You had to bring alcohol
Sneak
in?
it in the parking lot?
Did you have like, like a wine bra on or something? That you,
No, but I do have a Thai flask.
a what?
I do have a necktie.
Oh, a
flask.
Thai
Oh,
flask.
really?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just brought booze in. They said, you're last. I went, all right, cool. Then they go, last minute, they go, all right, you're first. I was like, fuck. I drank a little too much, but I got through it. It was fine.
It was funny. You said that to me. We were watching it.
Yeah.
Really? He stopped drinking?
I'm
I
like,
went,
why?
no.
Stop drinking.
No.
I stopped drinking because it's Mormons. When you Dry Bar's in front of Mormons. And the first
Oh,
show,
is
it's
it?
all
Yeah.
14 to 16-year-old teenagers with
Ugh.
their grandparents.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the wacky weird guy. And they were like, huh. But they're so nice. Like,
They are
late-
so nice.
the
They're-
late sh-
I used to
yeah.
live out in Colorado, which is like, hop, skip, and a jump to Utah. And like, so even like I had a Mormon roommate for a year, and they're the nicest people on the face of the earth. It's so like funny.
They are so, like, there's a Mormon comic
Wow.
from New York. Who he's from out there. The nicest, most non-judgmental person you will
Yeah.
ever meet. And he actually did a show at Donnie and Marie's house because they're Mormons.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was doing a show.
They're just like that. They're like that old show. They're exactly like Donnie and Marie.
Yeah.
Like all of them. It's the weirdest thing.
I was doing a show in the city, and this comic was there. And I said to someone, where are you? There's a smaller crowd near the end of the night. I said, oh, we're all from Salt Lake City. I said, are you Mormons?
Yeah.
I go, yeah. I go, we got a Mormon comic friend of mine. I'll just bring him up. You do my time. He's like, okay. And he comes up and kills it. And then I go, thanks. That was my set.
Wow. So, but I can't even picture that a Mormon comic. I mean, what does he joke about? How green the grass is? I mean,
He's very funny. He
Yeah?
had a Netflix special. He's got
Really?
big management. Yeah.
oh, okay.
His name slips me at the moment.
But he's not an ex-Mormon, right?
No.
Okay. All right.
And at that show, with
Well, they have their lives. Like my roommate was
Yeah.
a cocktail waitress with me. Like it's
Yeah.
not like they have things that they live their lives.
I'm still picturing though when you're drinking at a place like Dry Bar, the comedians aren't like sneaking. You guys are all sneaking the drinks together.
Oh, I
before
was.
that. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I got there and said, so, Dry Bar, there's no drinks. He goes, oh, of course not. It's Dry Bar. I said, okay. Are there bars and liquor stores? Well, yeah, there are enough people who aren't Mormon. Okay, where are they? Where are these liquor stores? These magical Mormon liquor stores of which you speak. I'll need to know the closest one. And I just, yeah.
Yeah,
That's great.
that's funny.
I think they found the empty bottle, too. I think they were angry.
Oh, were they?
They might have been. I mean, I don't know. Like, if you've watched it, you can't tell.
Can't tell.
But then again, 32 years of doing that.
Yeah.
That's why I learned. I don't know if I should. Joe Starr. That's why, like, you never know when he's drunk on stage. He's a pro.
Right.
And I learned that from him. Like, oh, look, you don't even know. It's like my dad driving. He'd be hammered. He'd drive. And you'd never know.
Right.
Oh, I got to learn to do that.
But you go back to the golden days of TV. I mean, most of those guys were hammered when they were doing their shows.
You know, not to turn this into someone else's show, but I have paralyzing anxiety.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, especially when
I
it comes.
never would have thought that.
Yeah, especially when it comes to performing. I always have to have two
think
drinks.
it's a big comic. Like it's really it is. You're not alone.
Yeah,
You're not alone.
but I used to think I was, and I would drink so that.
You didn't feel that.
Right, but I was always really ashamed. Oh, look at me! I'm such a loser. I got to drink. And then I'm watching Honeymooners.
Yeah, Jackie Gleason and
Art Carney.
Art Carney. Yeah, Art Carney especially, right?
Yeah, Jackie Gleason said, in that cup, that's whiskey. He said, I never went up sober.
Right.
I wasn't drunk. I just had just enough. He goes, sometimes I was drunk.
Right.
Because, some things, got to shoot it again, Jackie. Oh, okay, or whatever.
Yeah.
Or we're going to be here late. He goes, But yeah, I was like, oh, this is great. And before every movie, like, all right, 10 minutes, Mr. Gleason. All right, flask. Wow. I'm ready. So now, now it's like, I'm not at that Van Halen point where I can say, I want bourbon. I call it anxiety bourbon. I'll have an anxiety bourbon, make it 2. And I'm not at the point where I can say, I want the bullet bourbon in my room with a couple of ice cubes. I'm still going to the bar to get it. Don't get me wrong. But there's always got to be 2. Otherwise, it's pointless.
See, I'm always shocked to hear this stuff because you guys go out there and you're so good at what you do, especially guys like you, headliners. To me, it's not only you're good at what you do, but there seems to be a confidence. At least it looks like there's a confidence there. I would never in a million years think that you would have anxiety about going up there.
If I have a shot and a beer, I have ridiculous confidence. Like unapproachable. Like I don't deserve this kind of confidence. Like I'm going 1,000 miles on a quarter tank of gas with this confidence. Like how do you get so far with this? He's crumbling inside. I can see it, but I don't deserve. Like I will after 2 drinks, I will do any comedy show. I'll shoot the best game of pool. I'll fight the 3 bikers, and I'll go pick up those 2 models. So, yeah, come on, girls, we're going. We're having sex, all of us now. And they go, okay. Like
the bikers can come too.
Yeah, they're in the corner. I beat them up. You can hold the camera. Like I just have that ridiculous confidence on 2 drinks, and then when you get to 4 or 5, it just crashes. Hey, everybody, I'm here for the late show. I didn't know there was one. This is going to be long and short.
Yeah, and so what do you do when there's like 2 shows right in a row?
Well, so I've got this thing, I call it alcohol calculus.
Okay.
So if you tell me when the show is and how many people are on it, I can immediately in my head say, the show starts at 8, the 3 comics, I'll be on at 8:45. I finish dinner at 7 because food will affect what you drink. So finish food at 7. So that means I will have a shot and a beer and I'll be great. Or I'll have 2 shots and I'll bring a beer up. Or I haven't eaten all day. I'm just going to have a beer.
Yeah.
And because, it'll hit you differently. So I can absolutely tell you how much I can have to drink before I go on.
Wow. There's a lot of thought behind this.
Yeah. But now it's like second nature. And if there's a late show, not a problem. I'm going to eat something between this show and that show, which will allow me to have another drink so that I still don't panic. It's just second nature now. It's like calculus, but with alcohol and comedy.
When you go up to do a show, do you have 25 things you're going to talk about and you just pull from it, or sometimes you just go? Because I've seen you just go,
Yeah, you know what?
or do you know when like I'm going to do this first and then that first and then this first?
I have an order that I pretty much stick with. But of course, when you get up there, you're like, okay, they're a little tighter than I thought. We're going to leave off this chunk of jokes and just go on to this next one. I'll do that.
Right.
You're always...
What's your favorite amount of minutes?
As few as possible.
Well, not 7, because you don't even get going at 7.
I love 7.
Do
if
you?
I could make a
7's
living
your
doing
favorite?
7 minutes, I would be on top of the world. Because I can change out the 7 minutes every night. Yeah, I don't like doing time. I'm not one of those stage whores.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, no. Just... My motto is, what's the least amount I can do and still get paid? That is what I want to do. Don't get me wrong. If they say we need you to do an hour, I go, okay, I'll do the hour.
You just feel it's tighter.
No, I just want to get done. I don't need the laughter. I don't need people kissing my, oh, you're funny. Thank you. I'm glad you have fun. I don't need that. All I need to do is get paid.
Yeah.
And now if I can do... Like, who at Taco Bell is going, hey, can I do an extra hour for the same money?
Right.
I really need to talk to people.
Yeah, but there's a big difference there between, making a taco and going up on a stage.
Not anymore, there isn't.
Really? Come on.
To me, this is a job now.
Oh, wow.
It's a job I love. And once I made it all about money, my career actually started to take off.
Right.
Because I wasn't like, oh, I need to pass at 5A clubs and I need to... No, I need to make X amount of money, and then you just go get those gigs. You go get those... You send more tapes out, and you're working more and more. So when you make it about money and take your ego out of it, I mean, I will do as long as they ask, and I will not complain. But if they say, oh, just, do 30 tonight instead of 45, I'll be like, oh, are you kidding me? I just hit lotto.
Yeah.
I'm going to do my greatest hits and get out. I'm going to go watch the rest of that hockey game or something. The anxiety before I get on, I hate. But once I'm on, I'm probably fine.
Yes.
Almost always fine. And there are times when I'm just having loads of fun. But after 33 years, it's like, okay. Like, What's going to happen that's never happened before?
Right.
Whatever's going to happen, I'm ready for it. So you get confidence from that. But like I see these guys like, oh, I'm just going to do 12. They're at the 25-minute mark going, where are you from? Like, get off the stage.
Right.
Yeah.
Get
I
off
don't like
the
that
stage.
either. Yeah.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. But I will do as much as they say and be happy to do it. I'm happy to be a comic. It's touch these hands. These are hands that do not work. These are soft hands. So yeah, I mean, I love it. It's a little it makes me anxious, but yeah, I'm not one of those guys. I'm doing an hour tonight, so you cut your time, Tony. Sallie, you can only do 4 minutes.
Right.
You know, like I've had friends of mine come up to me. Brian McKenna comes up to me when I'm at I'm out in Ronkonkoma at McGuire's. I go, hey, how's it going? He goes, good. He goes, I figured, I saw you on. That's probably good for a guest spot. I said, yeah, of course. Thanks. He came here once, and I said, hey, you want to go up? He goes, no. I go, no. That's not an offer. That's a demand.
Right.
I want you to do some time. He goes, oh, okay. No, that's just.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
less
that's
time
great.
I'll
That's
be
great of
panicking.
you.
But yeah, I'll panic before, but once I'm up there, I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
So
How bad if there's no, I don't know where you would play, but if there's no alcohol at all, how bad does it get for you before you go up there?
that doesn't happen. All right.
You have it with you at all times.
So when I auditioned for America's Got Talent,
Right.
they were being I don't know what the word is, produced by Snapple or sponsored. So I got Snapple and I dumped half of it out and poured vodka in. So I'm just waiting in the green room, just waiting for my chance, and my friend shows up. Hey, how's it going? Hey, got any booze? Yeah, of course. Can I? She guzzles it. Now my vodka's gone.
Oh, no.
And they go, all right, Mr. Downey, we got to hook you up for sound. I'm like, ah. So they hook me up for sound, and I go, how long do I have? They go, 20, maybe 25. Okay. Wham! Out to the bar. 2 double vodkas, please. Go back, bang it out, and kill.
Yep.
There's always going to be booze, my friend. Always.
So you've never had that? You've never gone on stage without a drink?
Oh, yeah, I have. I'm boring.
Come on, I don't believe that for a second.
I'm way more into it on 2 drinks.
Right. Okay.
Like, I can get through it. I can do it.
Right.
But you'll be like, huh, he seemed a little off tonight.
Oh.
Didn't seem like he was having as much fun as he usually does.
I mean, I can understand at Radio City. I mean, that's got to be, that's got to be so nerve-wracking to go up on a stage like that.
With buzzers, live.
Right.
Live.
Howard Stern, Howie Mandel.
What do you mean with buzzers? Oh, yeah.
They have buzzers. Even at that, like I'm on international live TV. I could get a fucking buzzer from a German supermodel. Like,
right.
Kiss
and
my
a
ass.
Spice Girl.
Yeah, the Spice Girl.
Yeah.
Who didn't know what
She didn't-
Amish meant.
Yes.
No, that's what I said. We were watching that one, and I was like, oh, my goodness. You just had to explain to her with Amish
Yeah,
electricity
that's
was.
who's judging you. That's who's
Yeah.
judging you.
Right.
Yeah.
Spice Girls who don't know what Amish people are.
I know.
Man.
Yeah.
And then,
Do you?
oh,
sorry to interrupt, but do you make all your calls, or do you have a manager that does the stuff for you, or?
I've had managers on and off. I don't have one now.
Mm-hmm.
I just make
just
my
do
own,
it.
send my own
Yeah.
emails. And I've been working for people I've known for like 25 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And a manager's not going to replace that relationship.
Yeah.
Right.
What I'm supposed to give this new manager, all right, here's my contacts. You call someone I've been working. No, they don't want to even talk to that person. Kev, what are you doing? Why is this dude calling me?
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
true.
yeah. So yeah, a lot just
Yeah.
even if I get another managers are, depending on where you are in your career, highly unnecessary.
Okay.
Agents are good because they will get you work.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't need, especially now, no one has a career now. I mean, Dave Chappelle
Yeah.
still has a career, but there's no one at my level going, whoa, I really need a manager to get things cooking. You need an agent.
Right.
Totally different. They take
Yeah.
less money, and they don't get paid unless you get paid.
Sure.
Yeah, that's great.
But yeah, with a manager, like if they're getting me work I couldn't get on my own, great. But all right, give me your contacts, and I'm going to contact all the people. Like, why? I already got those. You go get more.
Right. Get me the
Right.
big
Take
stuff.
that
Yeah.
money.
Do some
Get me a
cold
Netflix
calls,
special,
yeah.
fucker.
Yeah, something like that. That's managing a career.
Yes.
Because I'm not going to get one on my own. Even if someone at Netflix watches me goes, that guy's great, odds are they're not going to come looking for me. You pitch and pitch and pitch. What's his face? Jim Gaffigan
Right.
got a Comedy Central half hour. Killed.
Yeah.
And his people said, all right, we want an hour. They went, no, we've had enough Gaffigan. I go, no, he has another hour. and they had to fight with Comedy Central to get that on.
Really?
Yeah, you'd think they'd go, hell yeah,
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
love another Gaffigan.
Right.
No, they're fighting, and that's the one that really made him. The Hour is what really pushed him over the edge.
Yeah.
And they just fought him at first. Nah, we got these other people that we want to. Oh, who you got? Oh, I've never heard of them. Gaffigan killed. You give him more.
Right. Or you'd think they'd see the dollar sign and say, all right, let's get another special out of that.
There are so many people. There are so many people on the business end of comedy who fail up. Like there are people who said no to Gaffigan who are now running that company or wherever they are. They went up to bigger jobs.
Yeah.
Right.
People that people that shot down these huge acts. You just hear about Dennis Miller going into the comic strip and Lucian going, nah, I don't see anything in you. Oh, okay. And then he's huge and he's hanging out there. He goes, you want to go up? And Dennis Miller goes, fuck you.
Right.
That's your answer. You saw nothing in me, but now that I'm a name,
Right.
yeah.
He's great at stand-up. He's fantastic
great,
as
yeah.
an interviewer. Have you ever seen him interview people?
Yes, I
Dennis
used to listen to
Miller.
his radio show.
Yeah, he's like one of my favorite people he does like the greatest follow-up questions. He's fantastic. Like nothing annoys me more than like someone saying something and then someone just, the interviewer just going on to their next question. You're like, oh man, he just gave you this most beautiful thing to talk about, and I love that about him.
And they're off to their next.
He's just very smart.
You know what? He's interviewing, but he's also having a conversation.
Yeah.
Like
Yes,
he's not
that's it,
glued
exactly.
to his questions.
Right.
Next
Yeah,
question must
exactly.
be. And do you remember when he did Monday Night Football?
Yes, him and Rush Limbaugh, right?
Was it?
Wasn't he a part of that?
No,
I don't think so.
Oh, was that later when Rush came on?
That was something different. But Dennis Miller did it, and I thought this is either going to be great or horrible. And it depends. If you don't like Dennis Miller, it was horrible.
Yeah.
Like, it was a weird mix for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I liked it because, first of all, he's using vocabulary words that most of the Monday Night Football crowd is not going to like.
Right.
Yeah, there were.
Discombobulated.
What does that mean?
Intrinsic? What? Who's he? What number's intrinsic?
Right.
But I thought it was fun.
Yeah, it was short-lived, unfortunately.
Yeah, it wasn't the best mix, but if you were a fan, it was a fun mix.
Yep. Yeah, and that I always, in fact, I always wanted to do that here because I'm a huge Met fan.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, unfortunately, they usually suck, but they have, in my opinion, the best announcers in baseball. So when they're on national TV, you get
bad
shit.
announcers.
So I've always wanted to just come in here and say, okay, put your TV on, watch on national TV, just turn your volume low, and then
that's a great
then you'll
idea.
see the real fans talking about it. So yeah, I've always wanted to do that.
That's fun. You should do that.
I would. Are you a baseball guy?
No, I'm more. I mean, I like baseball. I'm more of a hockey guy.
Mm-hmm.
But
You're allowed to like more than one, you know.
I know. See,
Baseball's rough to like really, really love because I used to just be like a football fan, like, Sundays. And then all of a sudden, knowing Tony, he's a big Mets fan. And I was like, oh, sure, we'll watch the game. And then like the next day it comes on again. And I'm like, wait, it's on again? Like, didn't we? Like, I didn't even know. And he's like, oh, yeah, they usually play, practically the whole week. I'm like, what?
yeah, I watched 3 innings of a game last summer and then saw in the corner encore. I was like, you know what? I thought
I think I got
Brocious
it.
retired.
Right.
Huh.
Scott Brocious.
Jeter's back. Okay, I didn't know that. That's cool.
During COVID, I think it would have helped the game to bring
Yeah.
Jeter back. Yeah.
But 3 innings in, I'm just like, I know Jeter retired.
Yeah.
So you idiot.
But all right. So one game I know you like is poker.
I like to watch it. I'm not good at playing it.
Oh, all right. Well,
But I had a plan. I know the poker players. A friend of mine knew a bunch of famous poker players. And one of them got paid $5,000 a month by Tilt Poker or something like that at the
Okay.
time. Or tiltpoker.com.
Okay.
And this is when you could play poker online.
right.
And he was wearing it on, he'd go on TV and he'd have a cap that said, and I asked my friend, I said, what does it take to not even get to be a good player, but just to be like I want someone to pay me to do that. And I had a plan. I was going to wear these really loud suits and put a Jesus figure in my pocket and asked Jesus for advice while I played. And just said, Jesus says you're lying. Jesus says don't lie, and you're you're bluffing. Okay, I call you. Oh, I lost, but I'm still that crazy guy.
Right.
And they go, let him wear tilt-a-whirl poker or whatever for $3,000 a month. I would have jumped at it. I didn't want to be a great player. I just wanted those stupid endorsements.
Yeah.
And I was going to wear like orange velvet suits, and then they took it away from TV. But I was learning to play for that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the reason I bring it up though is because Chris Monty announced it the other night in here that we're putting together a show here at Govs Radio where these guys are going to be playing poker and you're going to be part of it. So is that the plan then, to bring the Jesus figurine in your pocket?
I think I might. I think I might, because I can't play. I'm horrible.
Oh, all right.
Because the way you're supposed to...
They're going to love that about you.
Right. I'm just going to be giving my money away.
You're going to be their favorite person.
I'm absolutely bringing Jesus. Yes.
Well, all right. Well, then, yeah. Well, and they're not playing for money, so you're lucking out, and you're getting cigars and drinks. So
right.
So there you go. It's a
Do
win-win.
you smoke cigars?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I love them. This is going to be fun. This is going to be an exciting show.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
It's going to be funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see Jessica like smoking cigars. Just she looks like that like sexy girl cigar smoker.
She has her own cigars, these little tiny ones that are blueberry flavored. Because I have a humidor.
Oh,
and
wow.
so that's my cigars, and she's got it comes in little tins, and I think she gets 5 tins to a thing, and yeah, so we're loaded on cigars at the Collazo Downey household right now. If you want one, let me know. We'll go smoke one. We've got a year's worth of booze bottles with this much left that we've purchased throughout the pandemic. We've got samples of everything. We should probably just pour them all into like
one big bucket, one big tie.
Yeah, with some ice, and just call that the Collazo Downey Flim Flam or something stupid like that.
That's great. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. We're actually next Monday we're taping.
Yes.
Next Monday, yeah, in here, and it's it's going to be Chris Monty. It's going to be you. I think Roach is coming in, and Mark David Hirschman, I believe. Hirschman.
Are we doing it here, or I think we're doing it at a cigar place?
I thought
I think it's in the big room.
I thought it was here, and I thought the cigar guy was bringing the cigars.
Okay. I don't even know what time it is. Do you know? They did last time we talked. They didn't have a time, but I'll find out.
It'll be in the evening. I know that much.
You're gonna be here?
I'll be here.
This is gonna be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
Yeah, James, the cigar guy, he was also in here. I don't know if you met him. He was sitting in here too, from the Huntington Humidor. Great place. Yes. He was hanging out. I believe he's going to be the dealer.
Oh, okay.
And then so I'm pretty sure it's here, and I believe he's bringing everything. And we're gonna try and get it edited as fast as we can, and just start airing them. And I'm really excited. I don't even care about the game. Just being around you guys and listening to what you got.
I love that stuff.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, go.
When we were doing the show with Joey Cole in here, when he had, he was doing a regular show in here, I would just sit back because he would have guys like Mick Thomas and Tim Crompier and Peter Bales, and they would just,
so fast,
so quick, and so freaking funny.
Yeah.
That I there were times I just couldn't believe I was in the same room with these guys at the same time.
I was thinking that the other night with when the club opened, and we had Tim Gage over here, and we had Chris Monte, and they were going at each other, and there's nothing so relaxing and funny than two comics who love each other going at each other.
Yeah.
It's the funniest shit around.
Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to this. I think it's going to be great.
I think it's going to be great because you know what? It's not even about the poker.
Right. Exactly.
Like people who like poker will watch it, but people that want to laugh are going to watch it. It's more about the cigar, the funny.
Right.
But it's also cigars, and it's also whiskey, and it's also poker.
It's everything.
It's everything a manly man could want.
And that's all you see here, manly men. We're just full of it over here. So, and you, and speaking of stuff at Govs Radio, I mean, you're one of the original guys in here.
Yeah, we opened this place back in 2014.
What do you think about all the changes? It must be
John Mulrooney
crazy.
The morning show. It's great. I didn't even realize they knocked this wall out.
Yeah.
This used to be the
control room.
Yeah.
The control room. I love it. It looks great. They really put a lot of time, money, and effort in this. The cameras, There were no cameras in my day.
What did you guys use? Because like when we started, 3 years ago, we were using Tony's iPhone.
Well, they were just doing audio.
Oh, you were just doing audio.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We were on iHeartRadio.
Okay.
But just the app, the iHeart app, and then govsradio.com. You could get us on either one.
Okay.
And it was just audio from 6 to 10 a.m. 5 days a week.
That's crazy. I mean, that's so much. I mean, did you guys, I guess, then on top of that, you would have to have, I guess, meetings on what you're doing the next day, or? We
would show up, and everyone did their homework.
Yeah.
I had, you find the weird stories. Okay. And, we had a newswoman who would find the real news stories.
Right.
And we would just, all right, literally at 2 minutes to 6, Mulrooney would go, all right, so what's first? And I said, well, I got this thing about so-and-so. And Tim Tyrell, he was on air, and he's also the producer running the board and on air. He'd say, I've got this thing about XYZ. And then we had politics because Tim's far left, the newswoman's far right. I'm like middle right. But we were off air before Trump got on because we would have just had the best show for
absolutely
4 years. Yeah, it was great. But it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
It's like I think Jon Stewart was really bummed that he was he retired, and all of a sudden he found out that Trump was running. He's like, oh, what a year to retire.
Yeah.
How did they get you to commit to 6 a.m.? I mean, I was worried about getting you here at 11.
You know what? Everyone had a deal where they got something out of it. Maybe someone got paid. I got a free apartment out of it.
Really?
Yeah.
From who, Mulrooney?
No, one of the owners there at the time, Mark Lund. He had an empty apartment in his house.
Wow.
He goes, if you do this, you can live here for free. I'm like, okay, let's do it.
Wow.
Yeah, so I got
I was wondering, who, because, making money at stuff like this, it's not the easiest thing at all.
Right.
So, did Mulrooney do this for free for all that time? I don't even know.
He got something out of it. I don't know if it was software or I don't know. I mean, I don't know what everyone got a little something.
So and we were talking the other night to Kevin and Jessica about doing a show here. So I mean, what do we have? We don't have a house or an apartment.
They could live in our. We don't have a basement.
We don't have a basement. They can stay in the bathroom. What the hell do we have? We don't have shit for these guys.
We don't have anything.
Did you guys do all this?
Well. Yeah, we were. It was us and Governors kind of planning it all out.
We set it up. We didn't put the money behind it.
That was Governors.
The club did. Yeah.
Thank goodness.
We
we put the couch together and we did all the manual labor, but we didn't. I picked out the we picked out stuff, but it was mostly put together. Mike O'Toole put all of it together, all the tech stuff.
Yeah.
He's the guy that originally built this room.
Yeah.
So he's still the guy that's behind all the tech stuff. But
we
were. I'm almost scared to say.
I like Mike.
Part of the brains. What?
Yeah, me too.
I like Mike.
Yeah, me too.
Oh yeah, he's a great guy. Yeah, and he's put
a
lot of hard work into this.
And he's a audio tech teacher at BOCES. So
really?
He's so funny to be around because he puts things together, but he can't help talking out loud and teaching at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's the cutest thing.
Oh, so.
What?
Hey, Jeff Bosa, I actually
Jeff
enjoyed last year when Kevin would go on the hunt for toilet paper.
What does that even mean?
Remember when there was no toilet paper?
Yeah.
I would go out and find it and shoot a video about.
Right.
And I might even show how much they had. Yeah. So,
you'd find it at Target or something.
Yeah. I'm at the
the 7-Eleven.
There's an.
Or you'd steal it at a food store or something.
McNeely and I were coming home from a gig in Michigan when it all started to crumble. And so we're stealing toilet paper from the hotel or rest areas along the way home. We're scooping it up.
Yeah.
We left my dad. McNeely was like, hey, Mr. Downey, I got you a 4-roll.
It's funny because it's weird you think that way because I was dropping off my taxes at this office and I'm like, oh, it's far away. I was in Suffolk County, so I was like, oh, can I use your bathroom? And I went in there and they were the big packages. I'm like, I bet you a year ago people would throw them in their purse to have something.
Well, you mentioned a bidet. We actually installed a bidet in the house, man.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
We have two bathrooms, and my sister moved in with us from Georgia, and she's great. She's 14 years older than I am. She's all hippy dippy, and she's the best. And when she moved in, she's like, "You don't have a bidet?" I'm like, "What?" Like, what?
You animals.
And she's like, she goes, no, you have to. And after like a few months, she just installed one herself. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, I didn't even use it for a long time. And then she even told me, well, in her old house, she used to have warm water. And I'm like, it's cold. There's no way I'm spraying cold water on my butthole. It's not happening. So months and months and months went by. And then finally one day I was just like, I'm just going to try it. And I was like, this is amazing. I'm like, Tony, you have to try it. So he tried it. And then for Valentine's Day this year, he got me my own.
That is romance right there.
Yep, absolutely. Thinking about the butthole.
Yeah.
Always thinking about my butthole.
You know what? Everyone says they're magical.
Yeah.
I've never actually used one.
You got to. It's life-changing.
Really?
Yeah.
Life-changing.
It is, don't you think?
Is it a lot of work to install?
No.
I did it myself.
Really?
Oh yeah, and I'm
Really?
I am one of the least handy guys you'll ever meet. I love that stuff, but I'm a klutz. I mess up everything.
He's not as bad
But-
as he thinks he is.
Yeah,
he just
pretty bad,
gets
but-
irritated really quick when
well,
we're
that
putting
too,
things
but-
together. Like oh,
Like,
that
get irritated
screw.
'cause I broke
You
something,
did, you did it, you know. And so
Yeah.
like he's like, oh, I'm going out for a couple hours. I'm like, now's the time. I just like
did
do
it
it,
herself,
and I do
yeah.
it really quick.
Carrie Ann wants to know if I tried to steal toilet paper from a bar. I did not, because they were all closed.
Yeah, right.
And Nikki's right. No more ass wipes. They're hard to find. The flushable wipes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
They're hard to find. But I happen to know if you go to a Walgreens on Old Country Road
Yeah.
in 107, there were 2 packs left.
Oh, I know where you are.
And then
I
a
know
bunch of
exactly
little
where you
travel
are.
packs.
Yep.
And they're in the paper goods section. They're not in like the.
Oh,
I'm a hunter killer when it comes to this sort of thing.
Yeah, look at this. I'm impressed.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
Is there a sponsorship from Walgreens or something?
You would think flushable wipes would be all over me, but nothing yet.
And my mother's watching. That's where she lives. She lives right over there.
Yeah, right on that corner.
You will be a better. Andrew says you will be a better person post bidet. I've never been cleaner.
I beg to differ. He's a pretty sloppy guy, Andy. Andy Plajanos.
You think he's sloppy?
I'm joking. I'm just picking on him.
I prefer laser hair removal, says Carrie Ann, over a bidet any day. Huh.
No way. No way.
That just sounds so painful.
Yes.
Potentially painful. Mm-hmm. But I do know someone who had intimate laser hair removal and said it was great. Said it's not as scary as you think.
Like laser or just
Laser.
wax?
Laser, she said.
Boy.
Just the word laser and pubic region should never.
Yeah, stay away from that.
The weirdest thing though, when we had Joe DeVito in here, what did he do? He smoked the piss of a toad or some shit. What did he do?
He licked a toad?
No, I
think he licked a toad. I don't think it was urine involved.
It was something weird about, but it was more than that. He got a high.
He
from
got
it.
like this, like he got completely.
He said it was like acid.
Yeah, he said it was exactly like that.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I've heard of that. And I always thought, who's the degenerate that found this out for the first time?
You're that desperate for a high. You
Pick up this frog. You're like, whoa.
Is that what it was? Lick it? Is that what?
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah,
Licking a
but it
toad,
was
yeah.
very controlled. Like he went to a person he trusted. They were in this environment. Licked the toad. Had his experience. Yeah.
I did mushrooms for the first time, but it didn't involve licking anything.
When?
Not too long ago.
Because I used to live
really?
in Colorado, and it's my biggest regret that I left there. I'm like, how did I not do mushrooms up in
It's
Colorado?
hilarious.
Yeah.
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 I feel like I got gypped. I'm going back.
I've never laughed so much in my life.
Really?
It was the funniest thing. And then it's like everyone tells you, like, oh, you're going to see the rug breathe. Okay, yeah, there's the rug breathe, the big deal. Yeah. But then, you just see Colazzo's face collapse. And then you're like, oh, this is wild. And then it's back. You're like, oh, thank God. And then it's
I liked
gone
your
again.
face
You're
the
like,
way
oh,
it
no.
was. Did she do it with you?
I probably shouldn't discuss anyone else's.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
But and how long did it last? The high,
As long as we kept eating mushrooms. I don't really have an accurate answer there. We probably like 4 hours.
Wow.
And it was just hilarious. It just kept getting funnier.
No paranoia or anything like that.
No, and if there was going to be, I'm the guy that would have gotten it.
Yeah.
But then when it starts to go away, you're like, no, we can't let this go away. We'll do it. Let's eat the toad. Like, I don't want this to go away. I will fuck the toad. Please don't let this feeling end. Here, Toad. Here, Toady.
Come here, Kermit.
And Toad's face is going,
Yeah.
yeah. Take that. Take it, bitch Toad. That's my new band, Bitch Toad. I'm starting one today. Who wants to be a bitch Toad?
I'm sure you're going to get a lot of yeses. Hello. Oh, and speaking of which, it's right there. See Jack Scala?
Yeah.
You know the Billy Joel song, Captain Jack Could Get You High Tonight?
Yeah.
That's him.
Really?
That's
Yeah,
him.
He wrote that song about him.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, he's got
Yeah,
good
he
stories,
was
that
back
guy.
in the day. He was the big dealer.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he's got some stories. We've had him in here a couple of times. He's great. He's just a really, really great guy.
Blajano says toad rape.
Toad Ray. Roberto's watching. What's up, baby? You know Roberto? He's great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I do.
He's a big comedy fan. He's a great guy. Comes to tons of shows. I've probably seen him at how many shows, Roberto? 10? Maybe. See, I want to be a bitch Toad. Yeah. Look. You know how they like people have fans based on their name?
Oh, sure.
Or like or whatever, like on the parrot
Like
heads.
Parrot Head, the Deadheads, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I think
yeah.
my fans should be called bitch Toads.
Bitch toads. I'm a bitch toad.
We do that. Knockem Dead Comedy, we call them the Knockers.
Knockers.
Thank you, fellow Knockers, for tuning in. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So now we've got 2 bitch Toads. We need more bitch Toads. That's probably about as far as it's going to go.
You just read the same comment
You don't
twice.
We got a 3rd bitch Toad. They're pouring in, folks. The bitch Toads are pouring in.
That's great.
So funny.
That's so funny.
So all right. So we'll we got a little bit of time still.
Sure. Yeah, why not?
So watching the
He thought he was going to have to be here for 4 hours.
yeah, right. Kevin's relieved.
Any time he gets to walk out, he's happy.
I still can't believe the apartment part. Is that how you ended up living on Long Island? Because you're originally Detroit, right?
Yeah. I moved to New York City in 86.
Okay.
Oh,
And
okay.
lived in the city, started comedy there. Lived in Brooklyn. I moved around a little bit, but I've been living in or near New York City since I was 20.
Oh, okay.
This is probably the first. No, I was in Hartsdale. That was a little farther. I spent a year in Hartsdale.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But, I mean, it's Long Island. It's right there.
Oh, yeah. Half
Yeah.
hour from here, yeah.
Yeah.
So when was the telemarketing, not telemarketing, it was switchboard operator. Was that it?
Oh, yeah. I did that in the city. I did that for like 17 years.
So while you were trying to get the comedy going, you were doing that full time, I guess?
Yeah, I started off as a bartender, and I only had I took Tuesday nights off because there were 3 open mics I could do.
Oh, okay.
But then I got this day job, and I could do open mics every night.
Right.
So now I'm doing tons of spots. Instead of just 3 shows once a week, I would do 3 shows, one on Sunday, then 3 on Tuesday, and then 1 on Wednesday, and 2 on Thursday. So yeah, I just got a day job so that I could do more comedy.
Right. 17 years, it's a long time for that.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I got laid off, and after 17 years, I was like, well, I don't get any money?
Right. Something.
You
Like
bastards.
no package or anything? They didn't give
No.
it, like they just laid you off?
Yeah.
Freaking- there's no union in that. I mean,
No.
that's awful.
Yeah,
No.
that'd make me
Was
nuts.
it really like the same? Like you take one out and put it out in the old time? Or was it
No,
different? Was it all
we'd
computer?
upgraded since those days. But there were like 9 of us, and I got to be the leader. I was the leader of the switchboard.
Whoa!
Yeah. And then the internet came, and no one was calling anymore. It was all email.
Yeah.
And so we went from 9 to 8 to 6. And then it's just me and 2 other people. They're like, all right, we don't need a leader to lead these 2.
Yeah, right?
You're out.
Wow.
Into the cart. Arg.
So you don't know who you're dealing with one of these days.
Yeah, one of these days I'm going to form a band called the Bitch Toads. We're going to rock our way to the top.
I was Captain Jack. There you go. He was in Peru eating mushrooms in the clouds.
Wow.
Meanwhile, he was just in his basement. But
Just
yeah, we got to get Captain back.
Yeah.
He's got to come in here. Yeah,
I
he's
think he got a
some
shot,
crazy
so he'll come back in.
stuff. Well, yeah, heroin or something.
No.
Are you guys getting the vaccine?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, we have appointments.
I think yours is
Really?
next week, isn't it?
Yeah, and I actually need to make one for because I don't know my 21-year-old if he gets to go back to college next year. Like he's just been zooming his classes, but if he gets to go back, wonder if he needs a shot. So I feel like I need to hook him up too. I don't want to like stand in his way of.
Why you're not doing it?
You know what? So I've been reading a lot about it. Now what I've read, everything from what I've read says you can, if you get the shot, you can still get COVID and you can still spread it.
Oh.
A lot of people don't know that. Although
Okay.
Dr. Oz today said You can, but there's less likely of a chance.
Yeah.
But right before that, he goes, although millions of people have been vaccinated, we're at the highest number now of COVID cases that we've been at in months.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know the numbers went back up.
They're
they've
trickling
skyrocketed.
back up.
Oh, wow.
No,
Well, it's probably wait for like another week after everyone got together for Easter.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, hospitalizations are down and deaths are down.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
So if you get it, it makes it less likely that you'll be hospitalized and less likely that you'll die. But I'm at low risk for those things anyway.
Why is that?
Just because I'm not
Just
obese,
not
I don't have
diabetic, yeah.
diabetes. Yeah.
Right.
I'm 55, so the COVID
Yeah.
monster doesn't really want me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's sad. You sad about that?
no, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, you weren't big with you were kind of, I don't know if you were against it, but you had an issue with wearing masks, didn't you?
You know what? I still have kind of an issue.
Yeah.
Because two of my friends, they're Iraq war vets. They got COVID, and their mom got COVID, and they all went to the hospital because they're banged up. Like they came back from the war with some issues.
Okay.
And their doctors said the same thing. They said the mask is maybe 1/3 of it. He said the way to not get COVID is to wash your hands and not touch your face.
Yeah.
Because but it's airborne. It could come to me and go, yeah, but that mask isn't really stopping it. You need a certain type of mask, which few people have.
Right.
I've got whatever, that one over there. And this is not the right type of mask. Those are the
ones
get
we
you
have.
in Walmart. This is all this is really going to do.
Right.
Yeah.
But someone said, like, if you fart and you're wearing underwear and jeans and they're wearing a mask, you're still going to smell it. Like, the mask is not, like, you have to have the N95 and it works for like 3 days and you got to toss it.
Right.
So I'm not against it. Like, if this makes people not poop their pants when I'm walking around Walmart, okay. But I know it's not doing what we want to think it's doing.
Right, and figure out who pooped their pants in Walmart was half the fun of going there.
Yeah, it's like we play Walmart bingo, where you have to find certain things. You got to see an ass crack. You got to see a fat woman on a scooter.
Right.
Yeah, that's the best.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking this like the same thing. Like even when I go to the food store now, like I'll have the mask on, but I'm happy that they still have the wipes for the cart thing because that's the big deal. It's open in the frozen food section. Like having a wipe so that you don't have to touch those. I think that's what really keeps it away.
100%. So when I go,
you get all the way in there, and then you're putting your debit card in with your finger,
Yep.
and you're like,
so when I go, I bring that wipe.
yeah, me too.
And then every few minutes, just because, like you said, I got to get some ice cream, and now I got to get out of this.
Right.
And then
You have to put my code in. Yeah.
right. But these are not doing as much as people want to believe.
Yeah.
And I know this also because Fauci, when he first came out, said, "Oh, you don't need a mask. It's not going to help you." Then he went, "Oh yeah, you need a mask. You really do." And well, why'd you say you didn't? He goes, "Well, there weren't enough to go around. We couldn't have the hospital run out because people were buying them. But the hospital doesn't buy these at 7-Eleven like we do.
Right.
They get them wholesale.
Right.
So he just didn't know what he was talking about. But someone said, "Yeah, make him wear a mask." But I know this is also a fact. In World War II, they said, we need pots and pans. Give us your old pots and pans so we can melt them down for war material. They never used any of that. That was just to make the people feel like they were doing something and build their morale.
Oh, wow.
So I kind of think that's what this is. Make people feel safe. Because though it is airborne, this isn't doing what you think it's doing. And I've been to 100 Trump rallies, super spreader events, and I don't think I've gotten it. Maybe I did. I don't know. I sat next to a guy this close at a bar who tested positive the next day, and he gave it to my friend who was over there. And I sat next to him twice at 2 different bars and didn't get it. Unless I got it and I'm just asymptomatic, I'll never know.
Yeah,
But-
I think that's what Tony is. I'm not sure. 'Cause
I mean, yeah, that is possible.
he's
I
been
guess,
really
right?
like I had it like last January, and no one else got it.
Right. Like, what are the odds of that?
Yeah, I mean, my son did, so he had it for a while, but no one else in the house really was affected.
It's weird the way it works.
So right, so is that what you're saying then? It's just a life of wiping and is that?
That's what this doctor says. Don't touch your face.
It's so hard not to touch your face.
It's so hard
It's so
not to.
hard.
It's-
Yeah.
I'm constantly, and then basically, like let's say you don't wash your hands and you're having some chicken wings.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, you just lick COVID.
You just killed yourself.
Might as well lick a toad.
That'll be
Go out laughing.
The new way to pick on somebody. You're a COVID licker.
Yeah, COVID licker.
Hate that guy.
So, like, I'll wear them to make people happy and to get
Right.
into Starbucks. Well, I don't go to Starbucks, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But this isn't doing as much as people want to believe it is.
Yeah, just a little bit.
People,
yeah.
Like, you see people fighting. So you put your fucking
I
mouth.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay, the best part about that is if you punch someone in the face and they have it, now it's on your hand, you idiot, because you punched someone.
Right. Yeah, true.
Oh, you punch him in the chops. Yeah, now you got it.
Right. Well, yeah, there's definitely an element of some people have definitely lost their minds.
Yeah.
This just shows how pussy we are. You know, you got to sit at home. You got to go on the internet. If this was 30 years ago, you'd be in touch with nobody.
Nope.
Nobody, and you'd have 5 channels to choose from to figure out what the hell was even going on.
Exactly.
But people, so we have internet, we have social media, we have Netflix, and we're still going nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People were crybabies.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
And then you had one phone the whole family would use. Now
Yeah,
you all
right.
got it. Ha
Yeah, with a wire.
Yep.
Or if there was a second phone, it's still the same line, so you'd be listening to your mom talk about how she got laid or something. But, well, not me. I didn't mean that.
Every week you have to go see your mother, and she yells at you for the things you say on the
I
show.
wasn't referring to my mother when I said that. Oh, my God. Yeah, she'll kick my ass. Wow. So, yeah, but you think is that the permanent way? Do you think that just wearing, wiping your hands, or do you think this will be wiped out at some point and we'll be back?
Nah, I think from what I've read, and I've got nothing but time on my hands, this is the new flu. It's going to come back every season.
Yeah, we have
just like the flu
we have
is.
to wash our hands better all the time.
And when it comes to the flu, you know what? The doctor said the same thing. Keep your hands out of your face.
Yeah.
Wash
true.
your hands. But they never said to wear a mask.
Yeah, right.
But, I mean, if the mask keeps one person from getting it, okay, that's great.
Sure.
But, I mean...
It was supposed to be it was supposed to be, kind of like you go to China or Japan and you see people that they wake up, they're like, oh, you know what, I think I have a cold today. So they put a mask on and they're just being like a little bit more respectful of people out in the world. So it works mildly.
Right.
It's a little extra little.
It's something. So
it's something.
Yeah, it's doing something for some people, I'm sure.
Right.
Yeah.
But here's something that this Dr. Oz said, and I don't know anything about him. I don't know if he's actually looking at patients because he's on TV all the time. But he said, if you have...
Well, he's a cardiologist. I remember back in the day when he used to hang on Oprah.
Oh, okay.
He used to work at Columbia Presbyterian as a cardiologist.
Okay. I'm not sure if his say means anything, but he was saying on the radio today, if you have the vaccination, you should be allowed to travel freely without restrictions.
Right.
But the state of New York doesn't recognize that yet. They're still going to tell you need to stay somewhere for 2 weeks. But I've had the shot. Here's my thing. We don't care. So then which is it? Why did I get the shot?
I think I'm not here to stick up for New York, but we got clobbered. Like people coming in from all over the place last year. I think... Do you remember?
Yeah.
Everyone else was just like, wow, I heard about COVID. We're like, all my friends have COVID. And it's just because everyone flew right into New York City, went everywhere. And so maybe they're just a little apprehensive of it because we got clobbered.
That could be. But if I go to California and then fly to Buffalo, where we didn't have a lot of it,
right?
Why should I have to quarantine for 2 weeks? And especially if I've had the shot,
right?
They haven't recognized it yet,
right?
They want everyone to get it, but they're not rewarding the people that have gotten it by saying you can travel anywhere.
And they should. I mean, you're right, because it is a big deal to go get vaccinated.
It's just it's just a shame, and nobody was prepared for it. So there's that little bit of understanding, but at the same time, it's become such a mess that you get frustrated.
You get absolutely, and I understand that this happened. No one was alive the last time this happened, so
right.
No one knew what to do. Fauci didn't know what to do.
Well, he might have been alive.
He might have, but he dropped the ball. He was in January saying it's not even going to come here; it's going to stay in China.
Right.
And then February goes, yeah, you can go on a cruise. How many people did he slaughter?
Right.
We have a friend who he's an entertainer, and he was on a cruise during that time, and he got stuck in that cruise for
I think it was an extra 2 weeks.
Yeah,
they wouldn't
just
let them
floating around
port
the ocean
and I think a lot of people on the ship got it.
They
right?
did. That's why.
So they wouldn't let them port, and Yeah, I think it was an extra 2 weeks. We were
Yeah.
just talking about this recently. And,
Yeah.
and his girlfriend, who was with him, is also a performer. So they ended up
And
booking.
she was just with him for like the
Right.
trip. You know, it'd kind of be like, if Jessica was traveling with you and you're like, Jessica, you have to do some sets because we're dying here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she's like, I was just on vacation. Well, too bad. You got Monday.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, what's that about? Jessica. Is
Oh.
she wanted by the law or something? She got to change her name?
Palazzo. She got permanently kicked off of Facebook.
Permanently?
Yeah.
What did she
I don't
do?
know anyone who got permanently.
Permanent?
What in the world
Wow.
did she do?
She didn't.
Usually it's like 2 weeks, a day, 3 days.
Permanent banned.
What did you
Ban.
do, young
Permanent ban.
lady?
All she did. All right. She's not a QAnon person. We don't follow that. We don't even like that whole nonsense.
Okay.
But there's a slogan they have where we go one, we go all. WWG1, WGA. And she thought, well, that's a very nice slogan.
It
Sure.
is.
Posted it, gone.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
If they think you're QAnon, and she's not even
Yeah, yeah.
close to QAnon, they will throw you off.
She must have been like, Tony, like he grew up with this guy that lived next to him. They knew each other since they were 2 years old. So they go at each other, And so Tony, the guy posted something and Tony made some like, you're gay comment or something. And right away, like we see this as a bullying thing. And he's like,
Yeah.
if I can't bully Bobby.
Yeah.
And it was that quick. As soon as I hit it,
Yeah,
boom,
like-
it came right up.
Yeah.
I'm in the pokey now. I've got like 2 days
Really?
left. Facebook, yeah, because I called
Really?
myself white trash.
Come on.
Yeah.
They don't like that self-deprecating stuff.
Not even yourself. Like, I didn't say.
You should be nicer to yourself.
Yeah, clearly. I get 30 days in the pokey for calling myself white trash.
Holy crap, that's crazy.
Wow.
Well, and that's actually exactly why we're trying to we're working on getting off of Facebook.
Yeah.
And just going on govsradio.com, we just got the feature on there where you can comment and whatnot. So I think pretty soon.
Yeah,
right?
we have a brand new website, and
Yeah.
you could chat on it,
Oh,
and
wow.
so it's really great. We just in the last month, like you could see, we've been doing like a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So because
there we are now.
we've been muted on Facebook, like the whole entire station. We were what down for 1 week or 2 weeks
We were
last
down-
year.
Yeah, they put the station in jail for 2
Yeah,
weeks.
our whole
yeah.
station was
Wow.
in just because we played like copyrighted music.
Yeah. I know a guy who got permanently banned because they said he put copyrighted video up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they said, if you do it again, you're out. And he did it again. He was permanently banned.
Crazy.
So we
that
could
cost
lose
them
like
money.
we could lose like the whole station. So we were like, oh, we need to have like in case it goes bad with Facebook, we need to have another place to go.
Another place to go. We got we did a Facebook Live, Colazzo and I, and we got shut down because we have a velvet nude painting behind us.
Come
Yeah.
on, really?
Yeah. From the 80s. Like, it's just a
Yeah.
sticky thing. It's
Right. It's not porn. It's art.
Yes.
Goodness.
And
Right.
it's silly art.
Right.
You know?
It's like a Picasso
you're
or
out.
something,
Boobs,
yeah.
Boobs, you're out, you're out. I said, that woman identifies as a man. I happen to know this because I painted it.
Didn't that happen? I posted a video of your dog licking my head. That was the whole video. But in the background, Zeppelin happened to be playing. Boom, they shut it down.
It was just
Yeah.
in the house. It was just playing
Yeah.
like softly in the house. Yeah.
So yeah, this is the website. We have a little tab here of famous guests that have been in here,
Whoa.
and I do believe you're in here somewhere.
cool.
Me.
Yes,
moly.
you. Oh, look, there it is.
Whoa.
Kevin Downey Jr.
That's
right there.
me. Tom Shalhoub is here?
Tom Shalhoub was not in the room, but he was a guest on one of the shows. Don Sill's show. You just recently did Don Sill's show. Put up, shut up, stand up.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know Tom, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tom was on his
He
show.
was a guest on
Oh,
his
okay.
show.
Yeah.
I love Tom.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Adam Ferrara. Yeah, Adam Ferrara was on his show too. And some of these guys. Of course, we're going back to the old days. I'm
Yeah.
assuming you were here for Baldwin when he was here, and then I think
Yeah.
a picture of Dice when he was in here.
Yeah.
that goes
Yeah,
back
when the
to your
walls
days.
were all red.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wow, a long time ago.
Holy moly.
And now we're hoping to bring you and Jessica in here,
Yeah, that'll be fun.
and it would be. I guess you guys are talking about doing something along these lines, right? Talking about current events, I guess, kind of.
Yeah, funny, but current events and
The whole cancel thing.
yeah, we think we're going to call it Cancel This.
Nice. I like that. And you guys are on the
great.
same political page, I guess.
Oh,
Would-
100%. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah, we're the ones in the Trump parades going down Hempstead Turnpike with 6,000 other cars with flags waving out. People either honking and thumbs up or honking.
But never any violence, or you never worried going to those things, right?
You know, there was one, we were at a pro-cop rally, and we had to leave early. Instead of leaving the way we came, I said, I think there's a shortcut if we go this way. And I was wrong. It was not a shortcut. But little did we know, a bunch of angry BLMers were coming this way. We would have been alone as we hit that mob.
Oh, wow.
And they came in, and there were fights with the pro-cop people. They just came to... We don't go to their rallies. What do you come to ours for?
Yeah.
But there were fights that time, and there was one in Albany where there were almost some fights.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, so answer me this, and we're going to get going in a few minutes, but I get confused with these rallies. Of course, Black Lives Matter. Of course, all lives matter. Of course, we're pro-police. And of course, nobody ever said, I'm glad that guy was murdered by the cops.
No one.
So everybody, and nobody looked at those guys as cops doing their job. That was a cold-blooded killer. So what are they? What is everybody clashing about?
Everyone's on the same page. They just don't know it.
Everyone is on the same page, and there's the exact same things going on locally at a place called I Love Pizza.
Yes, we
live near there.
Yeah.
Okay, so
the guy fired him. So what do you want?
Offered a refund and apologized. No,
what else are you going to do?
What are you protesting?
Did they have they were supposed to protest this weekend? They did show up?
Yeah. We're part of this thing called Long Island Loud Majority, and the leader who started, a guy named Sean, he was being interviewed. He's like, what more do you want from this guy?
Right.
He did the right thing.
So did anybody answer that question at this rally?
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know if you know.
Because if you don't do the right thing, I completely understand. But it just feels like the right thing is being done.
The right thing was done. Here's the problem.
Like, you can't stick up for your asshole employee.
Right.
But if you do everything right, then just say thank you and do better. You know?
The person leading the protest said, well, I saw the videotape of the owner. He didn't seem sincere enough to me.
Oh, come on.
Well, he just lost an employee. He's embarrassed. He has to find a new employee. That, we're during a time when every dollar matters because we haven't been able to be open, and we're going to lose our home.
Yeah.
So maybe he wasn't really cheery that day.
Yeah, but some douchebag said that wasn't enough for me. I decided that wasn't enough. And so now there's a protest. But same thing, like, what are you protesting? And so this comes from a cop. When this thing is over in Minneapolis, no matter what happens, there will be riots. Because unless they pull him into the street and kill him, it won't be enough. And even that won't be enough. So no matter what happens, all the cops nationwide are bracing for riots. They've all
riots,
been told.
not just protests, riots.
Riots, yeah.
Oh, wow.
No matter, because they can't do enough to this guy.
Right.
And look at, BLM and Antifa burn cities down. I don't know if you know, Portland has been on fire for like 250 nights almost in a row.
Yes.
Right.
Like,
it's like California fires up there.
Yeah, like, what do you want? And they're just anarchists. They just want it all. They've even said, we want it all. There's nothing you can do. They went at Nancy Pelosi's house. They left a pig head through fake blood and drew their little A. And,
yep.
Yeah. So, no matter what happens.
She's a Democrat. You imagine what they do to...
Right. Yeah, they hate Republicans and Trumpers, but they don't like Democrats either.
Right.
And I think the Democrats foolishly thought, well, we've got this little army on our side. Ha, ha, ha. No, you don't.
Right.
Your little Frankenstein monster is loose and cranky.
Yeah.
Bunch of bitch toads, if you ask me.
I think that's the name of the show. Bitch Toads with Kevin and Jessica. All right, we're gonna get out of here. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Mentioned. You probably are, but mentioned Don's show for Tuesday.
Yeah. Speaking of Don Sill, he's got a new show starting tomorrow morning. What happened was we basically stole it from him.
Yeah.
He's been promoting it himself. He was gonna post it himself, but we've worked it out with him. It's gonna debut tomorrow morning. What, at 9:30?
Yeah.
So it's every Tuesday at 9:30. It's called Top 5. Where Don he's talking to great people and he just has a topic, top 5 blank, and they discuss that topic. It's premiering tomorrow, I think, with Charles Goonan. I think is the first one.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Christy Miller's on them. Andy Plajanos is on one of them.
But it'll be here on Facebook, our Governor's YouTube channel, or
right?
Gov's Radio YouTube channel, and our website, govsradio.com.
Yep, so that's tomorrow. Don Sill, top 5. Looking forward to that. Don, everything Don does is just great. We love Don. And I don't know if Pasusu will be back this week. We still don't know yet. We'll get back to it.
Don Sill had these shows taped for a while, but as you know, Don's brother died last week, so I don't know if he has anything new for this coming Wednesday, and I don't want to ask him because he's going through some stuff.
Yeah, we're not.
So if Don shows up on Wednesday, it's open air for him.
And speaking of Facebook jail, Christy Miller's show will not be on this week either because she's in Facebook jail.
What'd she do?
What didn't she do?
What did she do? I don't even remember. She used a bad word.
What did she do? No, no, it wasn't a bad word. What did she do?
Jeez, how did we forget this?
Well, she's going to come on tomorrow.
That's right.
So
she's our guest tomorrow. You know Christy?
I don't know.
She used to open for Dice a while back.
Oh, I probably met her.
Yeah, here, you know what? Let me do this.
Carrie Ann. Carrie Ann's leaving.
Carrie Ann. Oh, okay. Thanks, Carrie Ann. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us today.
Here's Christy Miller.
Do you know Eleanor Kerrigan, who opens for him a lot? She's hilarious.
Yes. I don't, not personally, of course, but yeah, I've seen her, yeah.
Hilarious.
This is the only picture I have of her.
Of what? That's a picture of Christy?
Christy Miller, yeah.
Oh, and there it is. Well, yeah, we can't see shit with that picture.
Oh, I see. Sort of.
I opened it bigger.
Yeah, you did. Well, yeah, so Christy's our guest tomorrow. And that's going to be a lot of fun. She's hilarious. So she's going to hang out with us and complain about being in Facebook jail. So that's tomorrow. And then, so today's Monday. So we got Neil Rubenstein and Neil and Rich today at 3 o'clock for Does It Get Better. And then do we have anything tonight? Are the Steves on?
Steves are on.
Steve Squared at 6:30. Oh, the Word is on.
The Word's on.
And they're back in here, aren't they? I think.
I don't know.
I think they're back in here tonight.
Oh, okay. That's Mike O'Toole.
Yeah, that's his show. He's a show about beer.
He does a show about beer.
Oh, what a great idea.
It's a really good show. It's like it's a craft beer show. Yep. And he brings like other breweries in and he talks about that. Yeah, it's really interesting.
Steve Squared at 6:30 and then the Wort at 8 o'clock. And then don't forget tomorrow morning at 9:30 is Don. Sally and I are back here at 11. Kevin Downey Jr., man. Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me.
That was a lot of fun, man.
That was fun.
We got to do it again and keep a lookout for him. We're going to be doing the poker show with him and we're going to get him and Jessica in here too.